Guru Mataji, Sip Anand Ki Khoj, Sip Shaiju, Sip Bliko, Sip Tina, Sip Atma, Sip Sudeep, Sip Karan, Sip Rajinder, Sip Rekha, Sip Bliss, Sip Sagai, Sip Deepa, Sip Ian, I am nothing, Sip Sadanand, Sip Krishna, Sip Vanita, Sip Pankaj, Sip Krishan. And I hope I have not missed anybody. All of you are joining this call. Deepa, I hope I greeted you. So today we have an interesting Sip Eru. Today we have an interesting conversation, a very interesting conversation. And the subject is, what is the law of divine oneness? It's a law. It's a law, which means it is scientific. It is law. How do we attain the realization of this law, the law of divine oneness? You know of the law of karma. You know the law of cycles. Have you ever got up in the morning and the sun is going ulta, going in the wrong direction? Have you got up and seen pineapples growing in an apple tree? Have you ever thrown a ball up in the sky and the ball flies away, goes off in the sky? No, there are laws. These are universal laws that govern the universe. So one of the law today we are talking of is the law of divine oneness. It's a law of divine oneness. I don't know why we call it law, but I don't know if the word is right. Who would like to attempt? What do you understand by the law of divine oneness? Do you understand? Anybody? I know it's not an easy subject. Let me see who's the master. Who can explain? Who can explain? Not easy, I can tell you. Bliko got the courage to start. It needs guts to try. Don't worry if you're wrong. If you're wrong, what do you understand by the law of divine oneness? If you have understood the law, then Samatma, that means you're progressing on the path, you're galloping on the path, you're on a ghoda. And then we have Krishna, Bliko, Samatma, and we have got Krishna and then Raji. Enough, start, good to start. Bliko, Samatma, Krishna, Raji.
Yeah. Sivoham, everybody.
Sure.
So in my view, law is the truth, which remains constant over the period of, time without the, time things, because it is truth which never changes. So this universal oneness, law of universal oneness is the law that we are just extension of the one energy, which we call soul, spark of unique energy. We are the extension of the energy, which is divine energy, and that is one. And we are part of it, or a aspect of it.
How does it become a law? So suppose somebody says, Bliko, somebody says, okay, there is divine oneness. Okay, we all understand the meaning of divine oneness. And those who understand the meaning of divine oneness, they attain moksha, mukti, nirvana, right, Satchidananda, all those things. What is the law? What is the law that makes it? What makes it a law? How do you say it's a law?
It's a law because we can see the harmony in the creation. If you see the entire, cosmos and the planet system, everything is well defined and it's in an orderly manner.
This is what I want you to introspect some more. Tell me, you know the answer. It has to come out of you. A law is something that applies. A law is a principle or a rule, or it applies. It is a scientific fact. That is what a law is. What is the law? Google and tell me what is it. We will get the technical meaning of a law. What is a law? So basically, law meaning. Basically,
system of rules.
So it's a system of rules. The law, the internet says it's a system of rules. It's a systematic application. So for example, gravity. It's a systematic rule that if you throw something up, it comes down. Rotation. So this divine oneness, what is the systematic rule we are seeing in it? I want you to contemplate, because it's very important in the journey of God realization. So Bliko gave the good start. Thank you, Bliko. Samatma. What is this divine oneness and how it is a law? Unmute, please.
I unmuted. Shivam,
Yeah. Tell me.
When we are in divine consciousness and we feel one with everything and everyone, I don't feel any difference between me and an object or me and somebody else. There is oneness. That I think that is divine, the law of divine oneness. Because
that is you're correct. But what you're talking of is the experience of that law. You're correct. What you're saying, in that consciousness, I'm able to feel that divine oneness. Agreed. What you say is 100% right. But if somebody wants a scientific understanding of this law of divine oneness, how do we explain the scientific understanding?
It's divine consciousness.
Yeah, continue.
It is a divine consciousness which gives you that feeling.
So I'm going to give you a clue. Since it's a difficult subject, I'm going to give you all a clue. There's a tree behind you. Some trees there behind you.
Yeah.
What are the different things in the tree? There's a trunk. There are branches. There are leaves. Some trees, there are flowers. Some trees, there are fruits. Agree?
Yes.
The branch is the same as the fruit, or branch is different, fruit is different. Is branch and fruit same?
No.
It's different.
It's different.
But the divine oneness is this. They all came from one seed.
One seed, yeah.
From one seed.
So we all came from nothing.
Now you're getting the point, right? What understanding? I want you all to understand the law of divine oneness. How the seed, see Samatma, Bliko, please pay attention. How one small chota seed, one small seed, it becomes the tree, it becomes the leaves, it becomes the flowers, it becomes the fruits. How? It is all one. If you tell somebody how the fruit and the flower and the tree and the branch is one, they'll tell you're mad. How can you tell it is one? No, because they don't understand the law of divine oneness. So Samatma, your heart and your kidney and your brain all came from where?
From the zygote. See, first.
From the zygote, exactly. And where the zygote came from?
It was through the divine implanted in my mother.
It was the spark of unique life. The zygote came alive because there was the spark, that soul, that what we call soul, S-O-U-L. Okay, so I hope you all are getting the big. Anything more you want to add, Samatma? So what you said was you feel in that consciousness, but I hope you understood what I'm trying to guide you.
It's like we come from nothing and go back to nothing. So we are nothing.
You don't, no. Yeah, but in the law of divine oneness, you don't say it like that. Okay. In the law of divine oneness, you say we are all part of one. Don't say we come from nothing. Say we are all come from that divine one. Yeah. In some, we have one girl who follows Radha Swami. In some Radha Swami, they call it Shabad. Shabad. What is Shabad? Shabad is that sound. In Hindu scripture, sometimes they say it all comes from Om. What is Om? So I want you all, see, you all are my buddies. You all are my spiritual buddies. But my goal, when I come across any subject, what do? I try to tickle you all to break. I like it to go to your head. Now, Girish will come and some Lochard, he will come and say, no, like this, like that. Then it challenges our thought process. So is there this law that there is divine oneness? Is this law? See, there's so many, I don't want to spend my time to talk actually, but I want you all to understand. We eat something. After we eat something, it gets excreted. That goes back into the bottom of the earth. That again creates fruits and vegetables. Then again we eat those fruits and vegetables. Correct? Right or wrong?
Yes.
Or all the garbage is going into some toilet going to heaven. Is going to heaven's toilet? No, there is divine oneness. Therefore, nothing is bad, nothing is good, everything is one. But we are unable to understand this because we are lost in fun. We are not able to understand everything is one because we are lost in fun. Then we are distracted. Then there's no time to contemplate. This contemplation is most important. Thank you, Samatma, but come back if you want to say more. Yeah. I'm trying to interrupt today because it's a difficult subject. So I'm trying to interrupt you all, but I hope I don't mean to do that. Krishna and Raji and AiR. I want everybody to give views, please. What is this law of divine oneness? Krishna. Unmute. Unmute Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Shivam, sir. Sir, as a law, if I can say, divine oneness, I understood at least by the understanding we are not affected by the little pinpricks of the world, one. But as a law, we are nothing but the effects of one cause. And
Beautiful.
if that cause is removed, we are nothing. The effect is gone.
Beautiful.
So effects are nothing but the cause in different names and forms. So if the cause is removed, there is no effect. So that
Very
is
good.
it.
This is a great contribution to this discussion. Thank you, Krishna. Very beautiful. So the law of divine oneness can also be called the law of
Causation.
causation. The law. You heard the word causation from Chinmayananda, I think.
That's my understanding from the call. Actually, this I got from the explanation you gave to Samatma. But my understanding was when you say, I'm not Krishna, I am Krishna, there is a bit of duality still. But when you said the next thing, I am Krishna, I am Krishna, I am feeling so, even if I have not realized, it is helping me a lot.
See, when you say I am not Krishna, what you're implying is I am not Krishna who's wearing glasses, who's living in Trivandrum, who was in Delhi. I am not the Krishna with this body, mind, ego. This is what you have to imply. I am not Krishna. I am Krishna. And when you say Krishna, we are not talking of the Krishna of the Bhagavad Gita. We are talking of the Krishna who is Brahman. We are talking of the Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita gives a beautiful, since you don't like quoting Bhagavad Gita in chapter 2, 16 sloka gives a beautiful law, but I don't want to say it because it doesn't.
If it's matching this
says,
the
unreal has no being and the real is not without any being. That actually is the essence of causation.
No, so you want to explain it?
I don't want to explain. You have explaining much more simple.
So that is the point. When we have it in such simple words, then I don't like to take a complicated method, right? Today I was coming, I landed in airport. I was going to visit our humanitarian home. You know, we have a humanitarian home. The Google showed me it takes 30 minutes to reach. But my driver took me there in 90 minutes. So instead of taking me to the home from airport 30 minutes, he went ghum ke 90 minutes he took and he brought me to the home. So that is not our goal. Our goal is to go there straight, direct method, direct realization. This is where Anubhuti is that direct realization. Huh? So I'm happy. See, I don't say I don't like, I like anything and everything which helps us in the journey of realization. I have no preferences. If something you can explain to me, I'm ready. And I don't like complicating. I don't like it to complicate. I don't like just saying some shloka and then people are all dreaming. What is this shloka? I don't understand. No, I don't like that. In our talk, let us be very clear. Today we are talking of the law of divine oneness. What does the law state? The law states, I'm now dictating the law after talking for 5-10 minutes with you all. The law of divine oneness states that everything is caused by the one divine. And many effects may appear, but ultimately everything is that one divine cause. This is what because of your explanation, now I'm able to say it. The law of divine oneness is a law that states that everything sprouts. Everything in this world, Jagat Mithya, Prabhu Satya. That divine oneness this is what is in the Upanishads. That is what is in the Vedas saying, but people can manipulate that also and say, okay, thank you, Krishna. Raji and Shair, and of course, Chidanand. And that's all. Raji, Shair, Chidanand.
Shivaham, Guruji.
Shivaham.
Yes, what I thought is there is only one God and all are a part of it. That is oneness means everybody is only one single. That is only SIP is there, and it is we are seeing in a different way. That is all are equal as per.
Beautiful.
That is what
beautiful.
I thought.
No, beautiful. What Raji has got a different perspective. Raji is saying the law of divine oneness is you may say Krishna, Rama, Hanuman, Shiva, Ganesha, Parvati, Shirdi Baba, Buddha, Jesus Christ. But all are one. The problem in this, Raji, is only one. The moment you start believing in that God with name and form, you get caught there. Then you are not able to leave that God. I was not able to leave Shiva for 40 years. If you spoke to me another God, nothing. I have there is no ras. Ras means there is no juice. Who ras? And somebody told use the word ras. I don't know. So there is no juice for me. For me, my whole life, 40 years was Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Then after 40 years, I stopped. Shivoham, Shivoham. What is Shivoham? Shivoham is the law of divine oneness. Shivoham means the law of divine SIP. What is SIP? Supreme Immortal Power. The law of divine oneness.
Yes, Guruji, that I learned only from this call. Supreme
we
Immortal.
we all know it, but today I am trying to make you all live it. I want you all to, the moment, you know what? The moment you realize this law of divine oneness, means you have become God. Yes. That means you have attained moksha. But what happens the moment you see, and you see somebody, wo to bada shaitan hai na, dekho, wo to bada shaitan hai, bada shaitan, 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 shaitan. Then there's no divine oneness. I used to see shaitan. I used to see shaitan. Now I don't see shaitan. I see only Bhagavan. Recently I learned, very recently I learned to see Bhagavan in the shaitan. Because I was speaking, but now I have mastered that now. I have mastered. So how you master it is when somebody is, suppose you find somebody not doing well, not talking well with you, not doing well, somebody is in a bad mood, somebody is not behaving properly. Relax. The law of divine oneness. They are in one phase. They will come back.
Yes, Guruji. After coming to this, it has changed. Like that only.
Thank you, Raji. Raji is also giving a good perspective, but I liked Krishna's perspective she brought in. Good. Now, Shair, Chidanand, and now another next master, Atmatray. Shair, Chidanand, Atmatray.
Pranam Shivam.
Pranam, sir.
So, I was also thinking on the same of cause and effect principle. At the same time, today I was there in a class with the students. So there a very beautiful thought came to my mind when I was teaching them some holistic development. I say for every pattern that is happening, there is a science behind it. And science is based on formulas. And all formulas will give you the same result. And in spirituality, the formula is there is only one divine. You can say there is no God, but you cannot deny godliness. And I gave the same example of the tree that you gave. You sow the seed, you should not do anything. You can only nurture it, and then you can get the best of the best apples and mangoes from it. And that divine principle is there. For that we should have faith. We can only put the efforts. So that oneness should never be taken from our mind. That I am adding here for this session. So that one supreme power that we talk about, SIP, is what divine is all about, sir.
So what you say is very beautiful. But that we have to realize that divine one, that one SIP that you talk about, manifests in all. So unless the class we may appear to be so many students, all fighting to succeed, all wanting to come first. See, we are all so many people in this call. But nobody in this call is trying to be better than the other in this call. Because we understand that we are nothing. We understand that we are all leaves of the same tree. We are all fruits that have come from the same seed. We all know. And the law of divine oneness, before I go to Chidanand and Atmatray, the law of divine oneness is also the law of birth and death. We know that in the moment of death, today, when I was going 90 minutes from the airport to the round, I passed a cemetery. One big road was the Kalpaka Baipanali cemetery. So in that cemetery, the people who are there, do they understand what is the meaning of death? The person is dead. The person, we burn the person. And in that moment, till the person dies and you burn the person, you are still wondering, kya hua yaar? Kidhar gaya hua yaar? Hamara priya, my own family member, where is he gone? What happened? And then you're burning and you have no clue. Do you have any clue? You say they have gone. They're not gone. They're right now. They're dead in the bed. But you say they are gone because they are part of the divine oneness. And what's left over is part of divine oneness. And when you burn the body, also goes back to the 5 elements. And those 5 elements are part of that divine oneness. And each atom is nothing but that energy, which is wave particle duality, which is given awarded Nobel Prize in 2022 by for 3 physicists in their work of quantum physics and quantum science. All this is part of that law. Thank you, Chidanand, Atmatray, and Kailash. Chidanand. Unmute Chidanand, then Atmatray, and then Kailash.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
Guruji, I feel the law of divine oneness can be expressed as SIP only is, everything is not.
Good.
But SIP appears as soul and possimum.
Good. Very good. Very well concise. Very beautifully concise. So therefore, only Chidanand, SIP only is. Everything is not, but it's there, na? So everything is SIP. Everything is SIP. When we say everything is not, then people get confused. Chidanand also is there, Atmatray also is there, Bliko also is there, all are there. So we have to say it. You must find a better way to say it. What you're saying is correct. Everything else is ephemeral. Everything else is transitory. Everything else is an appearance. You don't like to use the word mithya, I think. No, you avoid using the word mithya.
Yeah, because mithya, actually I want to use mithya, jagat mithya. But English word is ephemeral. So I don't want to use the word illusion.
Yeah. Suppose somebody appears to be, to me, a goddess. Somebody appears to be goddess. And somebody appears to be a god. I saw a beautiful cat in Iceland. I saw a very beautiful cat coming in Iceland. I know you all saw that video or not. The cat came to me and, oh, what a beautiful cat. But for me, I said, I met God. I made a video. I met God. So we have to see the gorgeous as the goddess. If we see only the beauty of the skin, then we will not see the divine within. And when we don't see the divine within, then we have not learned the law of divine oneness. The divine oneness is, there's so much Satyam Shivam Sundaram. What is Satyam Shivam Sundaram? Satyam Shivam Sundaram is the law of divine oneness. The truth is that everything beautiful is divine. The truth is that everything divine appears as all the beauty in this world. Divine oneness, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. See where it came from. From nowhere it came, the law came. Thank you, Chidanand. Anything more? I'm going to Atmatray. Thank you, Chidanand. But everything is not confused. While I agree with you completely, I'm thinking how to say it in a better way, Chidanand. Atmatray.
Shivam, sir.
Shivoham.
Sir, the supreme immortal power is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient.
Correct.
I realize that Prabhu is everywhere, and it is the law of divine oneness.
How to explain this? You realize. Other people don't realize. Chotwani is asking, I don't realize. Atmatray, tell me. Chotwani is asking how you are telling this. Everything is SIP, omnipresent, this one, that one. I don't understand. How to explain?
The God is previous and yesterday, today, and future.
Atmatray. Just by telling it becomes a what?
No, it is a understanding.
So Atmatray, the way you have to tell is like this. Atmatray.
Okay. Yeah.
This world is made up of how many bhuta, how many elements?
5.
5 elements. Earth, water, air, fire, space. The question is where this came from? Where water came from? Where earth came from? What is the scientific answer, Atmatray? What is the scientific answer to that? Every atom, every molecule is energy. Quantum physics. Right. Every molecule of water so water also energy, air also energy, earth also energy.
Yes.
What is that energy? Your body, 35 trillion cells. Atmatra's body, 35 trillion cells. What is the cell in your eye, in your cell in your nose, and cell in your ear? It came from a different source, or all came from the same source?
Only one source, sir.
Therefore, divine oneness. Therefore, divine oneness. You have to be able to explain Atmatra in your own way.
Yes.
But not only say, I experienced. Who else told before you? Somebody told, I experienced consciousness. Somebody told. No, you experience consciousness, fine. How do you explain this to somebody? How do you explain to yourself? See, suppose tomorrow you are sitting, your mind says, nah. Your mind says, what? This AiR is talking nonsense. This fellow AiR is a nonsense fellow. No. Suppose your mind says, hey, rubbish fellow, man. AiR is nonsense, AiR, man. Not rubbish he's talking. Then you have to say, no, wait. The law of divine oneness. Same seed, different leaves, different flowers, different fruits, same seed. Same zygote, from the zygote, kidney, brain, liver, heart, intestine, all from one zygote.
Yes.
Oneness, all the oneness comes from one spark of unique life. If that spark of unique life was not there, the fertilization of the zygote would not have happened.
Yes.
Law. Atmatra, I'm trying to make you all understand the law. LAW, the law of divine oneness. It is a law. It is systematically understanding the principles that what Chidanand said. Only SIP is, everything else not. No, actually, only SIP is, everything is not. I told Chidanand, change the way of saying it. Only SIP is. Everything is a manifestation of SIP. Everything that appears is. Chidanand is, not Chidanand is not. Chidanand is what?
Yes.
Chidanand is SIP.
Yes.
Every day when I come on the call, what I tell? SIP Chidanand, SIP Atmatra.
SIP to all. Yes.
Am I crazy? Am I mad? Am I a crazy fellow? I say SIP Krishna, SIP Rajendra, SIP Yogita. I don't say Shaitan Yogita. I don't say like that. Shaitan Yogita, Bhagavan Atmatra. No. She's laughing because she knows I have liberty to tell. She won't. Some people get upset. क्या आपने मेरे call में मेरा बेइज्जती कर दिया, मुझे शैतान बुला दिया मेरे को. Okay. Kailash Kumar, Rajendra, Krishna, second round, Yogita.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Krishna. Yes, sir. Kailash. Shivam Guru. Guru Sahab, bolo.
Guruji, when we realize that I am not body, mind, ego, and see the SIP everywhere in everything of this world, then that is called the law of oneness.
That is called the realization of oneness. That is called the realization of oneness. The law must be explained in words. Everybody you meet should understand. Today we are talking not spirituality. Today we are talking science. Krishan, Kailash, jab aap kisi se milte na Kailash, and you tell you and me are same. They will ask how. Then you explain. Seed is one. Seed gives tree, branch, leaf, fruit, flowers. How? One seed.
Yes.
Today we are talking science. We are talking of the science of the spirit, the science of spirituality, the law of divine oneness. You have to explain like that. Done, sir?
Yes, sure.
Rajendra, आप clear है आपका point आज? Unmute.
Sir, I'm trying to make it clear. It will be very difficult for me, sir. But still that I will try. Whatever we see is manifestation of SIP, sir.
Very good.
The infinite consciousness to the individual finite spark of unique life is same. It is same.
Very good. Very good.
Finite and infinite is same. Right? The fundamental finite, infinite and finite, मतलब एक में ही एक ही, मतलब बात एक ही है.
वो कैसे समझना पता है आपको? ये finite और infinite का मंत्र पता है आपको? You know the mantra?
अनंत अनादिम.
No, I'll give you homework. I'll give you homework for anybody who wants to understand the relationship of finite and infinite. I'm giving you homework. The homework is Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. This is the mantra for divine oneness. If you want divine oneness, if you want a mantra, this. Continue, Rajendra.
Sir. Then the fundamental 5 elements or building blocks are same for any human body or a star, anything. So what this implies? This implies that everything is made of energy. जो science ने prove किया है, that energy has come from the collective consciousness, the infinite consciousness. So we are same.
But this is what you said is all correct. But try to get hold of scientific, systematic, principle explanation.
सर और इसमें मैं एक अपने कश्मीर में होते हैं वॉलनट्स, उस पर मुझे एक थॉट आ गया. वॉलनट्स अखरोट होते हैं.
बोलो.
जिनकी पूजा भी करते हैं शिवरात्रि पे हम लोग. अगर हम एक वॉलनट प्लांट करते हैं सर, एक वॉलनट प्लांट करते हैं, उसमें एक पेड़ निकल जाता है और हजारों वॉलनट्स आते हैं. उसके बाद वो हजारों को प्लांट करेंगे तो लाखों ट्री बनेंगे, लाखों की ट्री अमेरिका तक पहुंच जाएगा, पूरी पृथ्वी बन जाएगी. बट फंडामेंटली एक वॉलनट था ना, फंडामेंटल फर्स्ट वॉलनट. So this is the oneness. I am trying to understand like that.
Good, very good explanation. But isko pakad ke we have seen, because what happens, you are very, because you are spiritual, you understand clearly that one walnut is everything. The cause and effect you understand. But it is more for us to keep this divine oneness, because this leads to God realization. Okay, Girish and Krishan. I don't see Krishan. Krishan, if you are available, let me know. Give Girish the call, please. Girish.
Both Bhagwan and Shaitan are different expressions of same one reality ship. So beautiful. From the outwardly appearance, we need not lose our peace of mind.
Correct.
And get into
when we lose our peace of mind, means we have forgotten the divine oneness.
Yes.
If the law,
Sip peace in all.
Correct. But we don't. But very often we lose this. No, Girish.
Correct.
When the moment we get upset at somebody, what does it show?
We fail to recognize divine in the other person.
Correct. That divine oneness appears and disappears. Who makes it appear and disappear, Girish?
Thoughts, mind.
Mind and ego, me. The mind and ego, me, stops us to be what we are meant to be because of what we see. Because of what we see with the mind and ego, me, we do not be who we are meant to be. Correct, Girish? So this is the challenge. Krishan, thank you, Girish. Well said. Krishan?
शिवम गुरुजी, जैसे अज्ञानतावश मैंने अपने आप को एक पुरुष मान लिया, एक पिता मान लिया, बट मैं हूँ एक सोल. जैसे मेरे घर में जो बल्ब जल रहे हैं, जो लाइट, टीवी है, पंखा, उनके अंदर एनर्जी है, वो जो एक ही ट्रांसफार्मर से लाइट आ रही है. सेम चींटी के अंदर भी सेम एनर्जी है, मेरे अंदर भी सेम एनर्जी है, शैतान के अंदर भी सेम एनर्जी है. दिस इज लॉ ऑफ वननेस. हम सब में एनर्जी वही है, बट हमारा, क्योंकि हम माइंड से काम कर रहे हैं, तो हम कर्मों की वजह से किसी को शैतान के रूप में देख रहे हैं, किसी को इंसान के रूप में देख रहे हैं.
लेकिन और एक बात, आपने कहा हम सब में एनर्जी एक है. हम सब में एनर्जी एक है हम सब भी एनर्जी एक है. हम सब में एनर्जी, देखो बल्ब में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, आप मानते हैं बल्ब में भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, टीवी में भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, कंप्यूटर में भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, लेकिन बल्ब में भी सिर्फ है, टीवी में भी सिर्फ है, कंप्यूटर में भी सिर्फ है. First we have to realize that the energy in all of us is the same, and then we have to realize even the matter in all of us is the same. The law of divine oneness, Krishan, takes us beyond just the energy level. I hope you are understanding. कहाँ गई हमारी योगिता? हाथ दिखा रहे फिर गुम हो जा रही है, हाथ दिखा रहे फिर गुम हो जा रही है. योगिनी and Ian.
Shivam sir. Sir, law of oneness, एक ओमकार, उसको कैसे इलेबरेट कर सकते हैं?
हाँ, same एक ओमकार, सत्यनाम, so that everything is that ek. Yeah, correct. But I've lost, I don't know I had done one session on this many years, 1 or 2 years back. but I don't remember the Mool Mantra word by word. You know the Mool Mantra word by word?
एक ओमकार सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु सत
Akal
कर्ता
Purukh.
पुरख
Akarta
कर्ता
Purukh.
पुरख.
So each word of that mantra relates to this divine oneness. It is the same thing. But see, we can't remember everything. Now, how to remember everything? So we are coming back to Krishna in second round, but we have got Ian, Raj Ian.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes. Yogita, आप जा रहे हैं आ रहे हैं जा रहे हैं आ रहे हैं कैसे आपको कॉल देगा? Next Yogita. Next you are next. You are next. Come on, tell me Ian.
Yeah, Shivoham Guruji, Shivoham everyone. I would state law of divineness is a state of equilibrium or stability in our self-consciousness with the universal consciousness. As long as that equilibrium is maintained, then it is called as a law of divine oneness. And with the state of realizing that everything has rooted from the supreme consciousness, and law is always when it happens with the state, right? And
but we are not able to maintain that divine consciousness. That means, does it mean that there's no law of divine oneness?
No, as long as we are maintaining the consciousness, our consciousness with the universal consciousness, right? Then there is a state of divineness. Otherwise, the mind and ego will erupt us and come back to the normal state of Maya illusion. But as long as the state is established between, the consciousness that is our own SIP with the divine SIP, and that state is the law of divine oneness.
No, what you say is correct, but I wish you could make it systematic for yourself, for you to understand it systematically. What are the set of rules and principles that make us realize that everything is one? For example, Raj, let me give you just for the sake of me trying to help you understand. In the cloud, in the sky, they look like millions of clouds. Are there millions of clouds? It's one and one. It's all one. Rain looks like thousands and lakhs and billions and trillions of raindrops. They become one. Snowflakes. Take sand in the desert. There are millions and how many trillions and quadrillions of these grains of sand, but it's one desert. Everything ultimately boils down to being one. If you and me die, Ian, where will our body go?
Mitti.
Both they become back to one.
Yeah.
And that mitti, as per science, that mitti is what? Every grain of sand is what?
Divine.
No, what is it made of? You know what every grain of sand is made up of what?
Not sure what your
energy. Every grain of sand is energy.
Right.
Science has discovered quantum physics that every molecule of matter is energy. Therefore, everything that you see is energy. Everything that you see is power. Everything that you see is SIP. This is the law of divine oneness. Everything is coming from that one power. Although people may call it Jagat and Jiva and Ishvara, it's all one. It's all one SIP, nothing else. Okay, thank you. We have time to close. Yogita and then Krishna. Anybody wants to ask question? Last chance to ask question. After 1 minute, questions are closed. Yogita, Krishna, and if anybody wants to ask question. Yes, Yogita.
गुरुजी मतलब मैं इतना एक्सप्लेन तो नहीं कर पाऊंगी क्योंकि मेरे को इस बारे में इतना नॉलेज नहीं है, बट मैं अपने बारे में बताती हूँ. जैसे मैं वॉक पे भी जाती हूँ तो ठंडी हवा आती है तो आई टॉक टू प्रभु कि प्रभु यू आर गिविंग मी ब्लेसिंग विद योर ठंडी हवा. और जैसे फूल को देखती हूँ कि यू आर इन डिफरेंट रूप, मतलब अपने रूप अलग अलग कलर रंग में. मैं तो इस तरह बात करती हूँ. मुझे से इतना सब लोग बोल पा रहे हैं, मुझे उतना नॉलेज नहीं है मतलब इस बारे में बोलने का. बट तो मैं ऐसे मतलब जब भी बाहर निकलती खाना खा रही हूँ तो मदर अर्थ को थैंक यू बोला. फिर जब खाने लगी तो प्रभु को बोला इसको भोग लगाओ, इसमें अपनी डिवाइन शक्ति डालो. तो I talk like this. I don't know. This is called oneness of this or what? मतलब
तो मैं आपको एक आंसर देता हूँ for you to learn, because you brought a new. You said it's very simple. So when somebody asks me, आप air है, आप हवा है, तो मैं क्या बोलता हूँ? You know what I tell them? I tell them, I don't know if you've heard this. I say, हवा में जो शक्ति, मैं तो वही, मैं ये नहीं। आसमां में जो मस्ती, मैं तो वही, मैं ये नहीं। जो मैं दिखता वो मैं नहीं, सच में तो मैं एक शक्ति, कण कण में मैं हूँ शक्ति, मैं तो हूँ वो शक्ति। दे कॉल मी एयर ना, तो एयर एयर क्या है? मैं बोलता हूँ हवा में जो शक्ति, मैं तो वही। In that song, you must listen to the song. In that song, it says, ये तन तो 5 तत्वों से बना, ये तन तो नहीं मैं। मन को ढूंढा तो मन है कहाँ, ये मन तो कहीं नहीं है। एहसास हुआ ऐ का जो कहता मैं हूँ, मैं तो ना हूँ वो ही। नेति नेति ये तन नहीं, नेति नेति ये मन नहीं। तत्वमसि मैं वो हूँ। तत्वमसि, नेति नेति, द लॉ ऑफ डिवाइन वननेस comes in the Upanishads. तो आपने मुझे ट्रिगर किया, ये आज की मुझे गाना नहीं, आपने ट्रिगर किया। थैंक यू। आप सिंपलिसिटी में एहसास करो। ये पता है आपको, प्रभु का एहसास होना करने में वेद पुराण भगवत गीता पढ़ने का जरूरत नहीं है। प्रभु के ध्यान में बैठो, प्रभु को प्यार करो। बोलो प्रभु पाना,
मेरा वही काम है बस।
प्रभु से प्यार करो, प्रभु से प्यार करो, प्रभु से प्यार करो। कृष्णा लास्ट कृष्णा बिफोर वी क्लोज।
कई बार मुझे गुरुजी, मुझे इतना 1 मिनट गुरुजी, कई बार मुझे लगता है हे प्रभु, इस कॉल के अंदर तो सब इतने लोग नॉलेजेबल बैठे हुए, मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं आता। मुझे बहुत होता है कई बार मन में, मैं
इन सब लोगों से मैं तो कम से कम नॉलेज वाला हूँ।
ज्यादा
पता है मेरा कुछ क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं है, मेरा कुछ एजुकेशन नहीं है, जीरो हूँ मैं, आपसे भी जीरो हूँ। आपका स्कूलिंग में भी ज्यादा होगा।
मुझे बड़ा लगता है वैसे कई बार, प्रभु इतना कुछ बोल लेते, मुझे तो कुछ बोलना ही नहीं आता इन सब चीजों के ऊपर।
For realization, you don't need education, you don't need qualification. For realization, you don't need education, you don't need qualification, you need illumination. You need illumination. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Last. Hare Krishna.
Sir, where did you post the cat color video? Because yesterday I searched, I saw a crystal car video, but not the cat. It's not there in Facebook.
I'll send you. You just send a WhatsApp message to me, cat video. I'll send you now.
Okay.
Just say cat video. I'll send you now. So, my dear friends, today's session is very important. The law of divine oneness. It is a law. You and me just appear to be the bodies that we wear, but in reality, we are not the ones. We are not the bodies that we wear. We are the ones who wear the body. People can't explain this. People can't understand this. People complicate it. I've been watching some people trying to explain it in Mandukya Upanishad and in Aishwarya Upanishad. Oh, it is so No, you just have to understand it in simple words. See, Raji sits quietly and she understands in simple words. Many of you, many people, the simplicity is the best way to spirituality. The best way to spirituality is simplicity. And with that, I will see you tomorrow at 8. But for now, I bow down to you.